Right, so fucking drunk, back again with yet another attempt at a review. One I'm going to review again is another one from the Moosehead Brewery stable, and it's Moosehead Pale Ale 5% on a Richter scale, or as the locals know it, as a Moose Red. So it's going to be a red beer to have a go at. So anyway, get the old BB Barfly, Canadian boys. I haven't given them a shout out for a while. Check those guys out, get your individual bottle openers. So that's a shout out to BB Barflies, who from Canada as well. Check them out, they're on Facebook, I dare say they'll be on Twitter, they'll be on everything. Check out their website anyway. Haven't given them a shout out for a while. So anyway, so here we have the Moose Red. Pour it in. Well, my god, I haven't got that wrong there. This is classed as Moose Red. And that is about as red as lager to me. A lot of carbonation going up there. Nice fluffy head on it as well. Why do they call this stuff Moose Red? Or am I misinformed? Pale ale. I've never seen a pale ale of that colour before. That's, to me that looks like lager. That really does look like lager. I dare say there'll be one of my Canadian viewers out there, maybe no. So anyway, nice sort of about a finger head on it. So anyway, we'll go in here for the nose for the Moosehead Pale Ale and see what it has to offer. Well, it's quite bready actually. It's more it's more bready than the lager actually. See if I have to do a double take for this. Is it really that colour? That has come out of that bottle. That to me looks like a lager, not a pale ale. I know some of the pale ales are over here, but Canadians class this as Moose Red. So I was expecting a reddish tinge to it, but I'm not getting that at all. So anyway, it has a bready note to it. There is a slight bit of toffee in there. I really can't get it. My eyes are telling me it's lager. It is really, but as I said, it's got the bready toffee note in there. So anyway, a little bit of there's a little bit of fruit in there. I don't know what it is. So anyway, I'm going to have a go at it. Slangy var for the Moosehead Pale Ale. So anyway, Slangy var, 5% of Richter scale. Well, let's get the dullness of the pale ale, if you know what I mean. You know it's not a lager as soon as you drink it. There's this sort of, I don't know if that's the right word I should be using, the dullness of it. This is a pale ale with a difference. Normally you get a bit of pale ale in the UK, you've got there's a nice soft sort of lamp pickup. The ones I've tried, you get a citrus kind of note to it, a little bit of life to it. This has got a little bit of toffee, and it's got the fruit I'm picking up from that is something I would never eat, but I have ate in the past when I was young. Like, so an apple a day keeps the doctor away sort of thing. It's got the texture of like a green apple, The only way to describe that is actually when you went to the fun fair, the shows as we call them in Glasgow, or the fun fair or the circus or wherever part of the globe you're on, and you got the toffee apple and you bit into it and you've got a little bit of the caramel, you bite into it, you get the caramel or the toffee, and then you get the green apple. It was always the bog standard crappy green apples. I can't stand green apples. I really don't like them at all. If I was to eat an apple, it'd be a red one, a red skinned apple. I'm funny like that. It's got that kind of taste and texture. What makes it pleasant is actually because it's got the toffee note. There's a little bit of bread in there as well, but it's mostly in the nose. I was picking up the bread note. It's got a bit of nose, it's got a little bit of the taste, but see, in all honesty, it's got a very thin, watery finish. The mouthfeel is very thin and watery. You could drink a lot of that, to be honest with you. You wouldn't really bothered about your beer. Maybe you had a little shot of something on the side, like what is that in Canada? I think it's their whiskey's Crown Royal. I've drank that before. That was like whiskey without soul. I'm sorry, Canada. It was probably the worst whiskey I've ever drank in my life. The Crown Royal. I brought a bottle of it back from Toronto when I was there, 2007. I sat and I wanted to like it, but I just didn't like it. It was like whiskey, like being here in Scotland and drinking great whiskies, and then also Irish blood as well, and going across to the Emerald Isle and drinking whiskey there as well. Their whiskies have got soul and they've got heart. I wanted to like it, the Crown Royal, but it had no soul. If that makes any sense to anyone that would probably watch this video that likes a whiskey or a ram, it had absolutely no soul whatsoever. But I'm taking it away from the drink here. It's okay. It's the colouring of it was a bit weird for me. It just looked like the Moosehead Lager, to be honest, when I poured it in a glass. Actually, it's okay. I wouldn't. As I said, you could probably session on it if you were at a party or something. Somebody brought out a load of them. You could probably just sit there at the wee hours and you could drink a lot of them. But in all honesty, I probably I would drink it again. Yeah, having said that, I wouldn't drink it again. If I went to somebody's house and they pulled out a bottle, say, would you like a pale ale? Yeah, I'll take that. Take a bottle of that. It's not actually that bad, but it's not one I'm going to rush out in a hurry and buy again. To tell you the truth, it's okay. It's an international brew. It's probably a macro brew in Canada. So anyway, get back in here for a little sip. So anyway, if anybody, any of the Canadian guys out there see this video, let me know your thoughts on it. To be honest with you, I'd be interested to what you thought my thoughts on it were like. It's a Moosehead, it's the Pale Ale, 5% the Richter scale, from the Moosehead breweries, the oldest independent one in Canada. I'm going to give that a Sofa King drunk rating. And it probably is one, if I went to someone's house and they pulled out a bottle, I would drink it. I've drank this before, I drink a lot of other things, to tell you the truth. But it's drinkable to me, but it's not one I would buy again, but I would drink it again. Anything from, I rate my beers 1 to 10, anything from 5 and under, I will never drink again. I'll give this a 5.5 out of 10. So anyway, if you've had the Moosehead, the Moose Red, the Pale Ale, if you've had it before, give us a shout, and if not, Sofa King drunk. I'll see you in another beer review. Slangy Van, keep drinking a good beer. Ciao for now.